and welcome to another episode of Live from My Watch. This is a special Christmas Day episode. This episode comes out on Christmas Day, so I thought I'd give you a special treat. You know, something to fit the mood for the season. About a story. So go ahead and refill your mug of chai or other beverage of choice and settle in. So the story is about a bird and this bird was hopping around from branch to branch in a young tree, maybe 30 years old or so. The bird was looking around, scouting around for food. Below the crimson red bird, it was a cardinal, there was a lawn of glistening white snow. It was winter, and the bird was having some difficulty finding things to eat. The bird spotted a few flakes of something, some spots in the white snow, scattered around. Just as the bird was about to zip down and investigate more closely, a slight movement out of the corner of its eye gave it pause. A cat, well concealed beneath a lawn chair, undiscovered except for the slightest twitch of a tail. Curiosity may have killed the cat. Knowledge may have brought it back, but it was excitement that ruined the hunt. My cat just came around. Hello, Meiji. Are you gonna hop up here? You can hop up here with me. Let me get comfy. So where did we leave off? That's right, the bird. The bird, yeah, you can come sit up here with me. The bird was sitting on the branch watching the cat. The cat sat under the chair watching the bird. The bird watched the cat watched the bird. And here I sit watching them both. Okay. Just settling in a little bit. It's getting chilly out here on the back deck. The sun is setting. As soon as the sun sets, there goes the degrees, dropping away. Kind of like we all wish gas prices would, am I right? Who says I can't do topical humor? Oh, my producer says I can't do topical humor. On that note, let's take a quick break. Today's episode is brought to you in part by Country Hams. Country Hams has been a proud provider of quality. Yes? We interrupt this broadcast to bring you a special notice. And now back to the show. I think we were sabotaged again. That was another message from the Cat Council. If you can believe it. If this keeps up, I'm going to have to file a complaint with... Who would you file a complaint with? Podcast Agency of America? Pa. All right. This chai tea is good. I always doctor it up a little bit. Add my own extra spice. Cinnamon. Get it in there. I love cinnamon. Now, what are you drinking this evening? Let's raise a cheer to good health, to one and all, and peace on earth. Well, let's return to our story. The cat has moved from the chair to a new scouting location, much softer, on the lap of a person reclining in a deck chair who seems to be talking to themselves. But let's not pay too much attention to them. The bird is watching, meanwhile, carefully scrutinizing, analyzing that bird brain moving so quickly, so fast, so swift, jumping from thought to thought as it flutters from branch to branch. The whole tree is its mind palace. Every branch a thought. Now it's a waiting game, says the bird. To itself, of course. Once the cat falls asleep, I should be safe. See, the bird knew from Bird Internet that they had read an article on Birdit that cats, once they sit with a human, I think they're called, then they often will fall asleep and let their guard down, or at least stop hunting you. Of course, some of the bird bros said that was ridiculous nonsense and to never take risks. If you see a cat, avoid the area. But would it be better to starve to death than to take this risk that had almost certain chance of success. Seriously. While the bird waited, they began to sing a song. I wish I could recreate it for you, but it's in a dialect that I'm not completely comfortable with my pronunciation of all the syllables. It goes something like this. I sit alone on my branch. No, that key was all wrong. I'm going to have to pitch it down. I sit alone on my branch, watching the danger pass, high up above everything and everyone, and no one can touch me up here. I'm fearless. Nothing can harm me up here. I'm safe. But why do I feel so alone? I'm just a bird on a branch, hoping this danger will pass, just wanting something for dinner, or lunch or breakfast or whatever. I haven't eaten in I don't know how long. I'm just a bird on a branch. Something like that. Of course, the bird said it better. We'll be right back. This show is brought to you in part by that shade of orange when the sun has just dipped below your eyesight on the horizon, and the sky is a certain shade of orange. It's almost mango, but that's too yellow. It's softer, an orange sorbet almost. Anyways, back to the show. The cat was distracted. She was looking at something else entirely. The bird knew this was its chance. It dove. Sweeping low along the ground, it settled in and landed just a few hops away from the seeds. The bird knew it should stop and reassess the situation now that it had revealed itself. However, the seeds were so close. 1 hop. It was fine. 2 hops. The bird, to give it credit, is glancing side to side. 3 hops at the seeds. And then, danger. The bird catches just in time. A flash of white and brown spotted fur. Another cat, unseen, just out of sight, hidden behind a building or structure. The bird flies up, just out of reach of the cat as it pounces, claws outstretched, sharp, glinting in the dying light of the sun. The bird was safe, up on the branch, safe and free to survive another night, but hungry, without food. Oh well. Maybe if it waits long enough, both cats will go to sleep, and the danger will pass. Until then, it's just a bird alone on a branch. But what's this? Across the expanse of lawn, the bird sees movement, not of cats, but of other birds. Too many for a cat to bother with. Hopping around branch to branch, landing on the ground freely, eating. Everywhere, seeds and fruits and who knew what else, hanging from tree branches and scattered on the ground. The bird couldn't believe it. It was one of those legendary buffets. Sometimes humans are good enough to put out. And the bird flew over cautiously, landed on a very high branch. This was a new flock. He was unfamiliar with it. Needed to introduce himself. And how do you think that this bird introduced itself? In song, of course. In song. I'm just a bird up on a branch alone. Can I come in and join your beautiful home? Oh. Thank you, my dear. And that's the end of the story of the bird on the branch. Let's take a short break. Hi, this is StonerSteve. I just wanted to step in here and talk to you a little bit about something that's very important to me. And that's the gift of giving. Did you know when you give to other people, it comes back to you in good feels and happy energy, maybe even good karma? Not the kind you can spend on Reddit, unfortunately, or bird it, but, maybe the kind you can spend, in the afterlife. Anyways, I love receiving gifts. It's a special talent of mine. You might even call it my gift to you. So why don't you give the gift of giving this year and give me something? We'll both be so happy. Hi, welcome back. It's the Christmas special episode of Live from My Watch. I'm sitting on the back deck of my little country cottage. I'm looking at the sunset. My cat is curled up on my lap. I have some chai tea in a thermos. It's keeping my insides warm. My friend Gary the Slug is sitting nearby. If you'd like to get a glimpse of my recording space, this episode has a video component on YouTube. You can go to youtube.com/@StonerSteve or just search for Live from My Watch in the YouTube app. It's not a replacement for listening to the podcast, because that's kind of a unique experience, but it's almost bonus content, sort of a behind the scenes. Sometimes there's additional content on there that maybe isn't in the podcast, and sometimes there's stuff in the podcast that's not in the videos. So You kind of have to watch them both if you want the whole story. Anyways, I hope that you are having a safe and, if not holly, at least jolly. And if not jolly, yeah, I guess it's all there is, holly or jolly, right? I think I said that joke backwards. I think it was the same. If it's not going to be a jolly, then let it be a holly. Oh, my producer is shaking her head. This is a comedy podcast. I'm supposed to make jokes, right? Oh, there's jokes in the script. I didn't look at the script. I did look at the script. I always look at the script. I mean, people work really hard on it, so. But seriously, I'm glad to have you here with me watching this. And I'm checking the comments as this airs, so, leave something in there. Say hi, whether you're watching this or listening to this right when it premieres or weeks or months later. I'd love to hear from you. I would really love to hear from you. If you listen to this right now and then contact me a few months from now, let me know you're doing okay. It's good to check in on each other. I think we might have time for one more story. This one is about a very special toy. Toy not quite like any other toy. Gary the Slug was born in a factory along with several other plastic slugs. But Gary was unique because Gary, while the other slugs were each a solid color, blue or green, or purple or orange, red, yellow, any color you want, really. But Gary had a piece of each color. Gary was a rainbow slug. Yeah, pretty cool, right? And Gary was kind of embarrassed. He would never get made fun of. Maybe sometimes would get teased. But, he was just embarrassed about being different from everyone else. And he was like, where do I go? What do I do? People would often have friends that were the same color of them. All the blue slugs hung out together. They thought they were real cool. The red slugs, kind of hotheads, actually. A little angry. Always ready to get into a little scuffle. That wasn't Gary's jam. The green slugs were really chill, man. Gary liked that. But they still didn't look like him. Nobody looked like him. Gary went on a long journey. It was dark for a while, and then it was light. And Gary was in a store on a shelf with friends of his, friends that he knew. And slowly, every other slug got picked up by a passing person. Purple was popular. Blue, those cool blue, they went really fast. Red and green hung around for a while, and then they went in yellow, orange. Till last, it was just a handful of yellow and Gary sitting there. And then the yellow slugs were purchased, and it was just Gary. And he was taken out of the package, and he was dropped on another shelf with some other random toys that he'd never met before. And some of them were cool, some of them were scary, some of them were weird. There was a bucket of this slime stuff that liked to ooze and goose, and it was bright green, and it was frightening to Gary, who liked to click quietly. And then, late one night, Gary thought the lights were getting ready to go out in the store. End of another day, he said. But someone stopped. Someone picked up Gary. Someone said, "This is cool. We're getting this." And now, Gary is starring in a podcast. And he doesn't quite know what to think of it, but he's excited for what the future holds.
Soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty.
Merry Christmas. Thanks for tuning in. I hope the rest of your day is merry and bright. Remember, friend, we've gotten through Christmas before and New Year's, and we can do it again. Please share this with a friend if you found it interesting, irritating, funny, or just sad. I've been Stoner Steve, wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.